no kidding. You too, you're a little hot right now.
Yeah, like I said, we're not getting a whole lot of relief here in the studio.
Burroughs isn't even out here yet.
We're doing a story now about a youngster George has found who is, I think this is rather unusual.
Yeah. How old were you guys when you first rode a bicycle?
6, probably 7.
12 for me, George.
15. But you probably remember little Hanky Martin. Now, he's the 2-year-old basketball star who's gone on to fame and fortune after we discovered him. Well, sort of. But anyway, now the story of another 2-year-old who, his prowess is on a bike. Now, not as in tricycle, but not even one with training wheels, but a bike as in bicycle. Take a look.
She was ground too.
When we heard tales of a 2-year-old in Villa Hills who rides a bike and on 2 wheels yet, we were a bit skeptical. But sure enough, after an M&M bribe from Mom, off he went.
Now go ride.
I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike.
I was 8 before I rode a bike without training wheels, and he has an older sister that will be 5, and she rides a bike with training wheels. He's 2.5, and he rides without.
Now, when I was 2 years old, the only things I could do was make a lot of noise in dirty diapers. But what we have here is a 2-wheeling tot, a bicycle babe.
All this started 3 months ago when Kyle's dad brought a bicycle over to Grandma's to teach Kyle's 5-year-old sister how to ride. But that's not the way things worked out.
My wife's brother came up and said, you know, Kyle's riding a bicycle. I said, no, Buzz, he's too little for this. And the next thing I know, there he is out riding, just going up and down the hill.
He just jumped on it by himself?
Just jumped on by himself. Nobody told him how or anything. Just jumped right on it.
A natural.
A natural, that's it.
So if you're ever out in Villa Hills and you see a 2-year-old pedaling on 2 wheels, his little legs moving to beat the band, don't look twice. It's only little Kyle doing what comes naturally.
It's really an eye catcher.
I want to ride my bicycle, bicycle, bicycle.
I love these amazing tot stories. There's so many out there. Keep those calls coming in.
You sure he's only
them.
2, George?
He's only 2. He could barely talk. Convinced me. I don't know. I don't have
No
any.
kids. Burroughs in Sports coming up.
My name's Kyle Weisenberger. I'm 20 years old. I'm from northern Kentucky, Villa Hills, Kentucky. I live now in Louisville, Kentucky, which was an hour away. I've been racing for 8 years now. My sponsors are DK Bicycles, Business Bike Shop, System Cycle. That's about it. My buddy down the street from me in Villa Hills got me into racing about 8 years back. Just jumping curbs one day. Pretty good. He was like, dude, you're pretty good too. And I was like, cool. He's like, you should go out to the BMX track. First BMX track I ever went to was Hamilton in Cincinnati, Ohio, with Matt Polkamp on the gate. Ready to split. All right, BMX is the reason I get up in the morning. BMX is my whole life. BMX is everything I think about. There's nothing else I think about besides BMX. Everything I do in life is because of BMX. Everything I think about is because of BMX. The people I ride with are pretty much nothing short of amazing. You got Weston Pope, he's coming up. He's already faster than me out of the freaking start at least. We went to Woodward not too long ago and he was setting records at the start. I ride with Derek Ramsey also. He is Mr. Flow and Mr. Street. He can do anything. He's probably the smoothest out of all 3 of us and the most natural. He barely rides his bike and he freaking kills it.
Riders ready. Watch the gate.
It's good to have a lot of friends that ride everything, and we push each other in everything we do. I'm taking off a semester from college. I planned it since I was in 8th grade, actually. If I was still riding my bike by my 2nd year in college, that I was going to take off and shoot for my dreams and go for everything. So this year is that year. Planning on going to Florida for the winter, staying with a couple of my buddies, maybe staying with my great aunt down in Oldsmar, and training all winter and getting ready for AA racing. Basis is at the skate park, pumping around turns, jumping, pumping, smoothness. we got the track ready for the Grands. Actually, when they built it, me and Weston put in our 2 cents, and Derek, about the size of the jumps. Because we want them bigger, actually. They're not big enough. And anybody complaining out there is just complaining because they don't ride enough. Don't complain, man. It'll make you faster and better. You jump higher, and it's more fun, right? We went to the Derby not too long ago. That was a fun experience. A bunch of rednecks running around everywhere, and I loved it. I loved it. But we almost got beat up by a crackhead. Actually, we almost beat her up. I didn't almost beat her up. Derek almost did because he's crazy and he loves that stuff.
You don't wear no redneck on your ass. What are you going to wear, crackhead?
So that was a delusional mess at the Derby. We had fun. We saw some horses and saw lots of chicks. I recommend going if you're in town next time. Derby weekend is always fun.
I see it. You can't.
We went over System Cycle Supply, aka DK Bicycle Company. We had a good old time. Got a bunch of parts that I desperately needed. My new race bike is gonna be chromoly because it's way better. It's going to be just like my park bike with a few adjustments. They're always welcoming at DK. People that influenced me in my life, I'd have to say Mom and Dad mostly. Matthew Polkamp with his dedication and just how he's always on it. He's just a nice guy. My sister and my brother, but I guess just everybody I meet influences me. The bed race was nuts. I don't know how we got into it. Weston called me up one day. He's like, dude, I got something to do. He's like, you want to be in a bed race? Bed race is a race where you race beds around a track for some odd reason, and you got 4 people pushing the bed. It was me, Tony, Weston, and my buddy Alex. You should have seen the floats there. This is like a festival. Yeah, there was like some bowling pins dressed up, and they were dancing around with hot girls, hot girls. It was a whole bunch of themes. It was weird, dude. Go around the first turn, and we did a 360. I don't know what was up with that. So I was just like, we're running it, and I kept pushing and pushing and pushing. We never gave up. We pushed as hard as we could, and we were flying, because I know we were flying. I was spinning. Got around that last turn, and I'm like, oh, geez, we're not going to catch them. And we look up. They done wrecked, too. So we passed them at the line. And then we go to bed with the lady driving it, and she had no brakes. She got a little loose and almost hit the wall, and this guy got mad at us. But it was fun. We celebrated. I'll race beds all day. Music interests me. Nutrition, exercise interests me a lot. How the human body works for some crazy reason. How animals work. I've been watching Discovery Channel a lot. This stuff's good. I'd like to thank my family and my friends, anybody that believes in me, DK Bicycles, because they're always nice. Barnes at Fizz's, he actually keeps me in a good mood at the races. My dad, if it wasn't for my dad, I wouldn't be in BMX. I probably wouldn't be doing much of anything if it wasn't for him. I wouldn't actually be born if it wasn't for him. So. And my mom's right there with him. My sister, because she's fun to hang out with. My brother, he's always supporting me. Anybody I forgot, thanks a lot, and I'd love to give love to you later.